Good morning, guys. It's Chris from thedaxtrader.co.uk, and it's Thursday, the 6th of September. This is the Dax Technical Analysis summary. The trading disclaimer applies, so please pay attention to that before we proceed with this video. And if you have any feedback regarding the webinars or what you'd like to see, then please either let me know in the comments or leave a message on the feedback form on the website. The links to all of that will be in the description below. Please leave a like on the comments, a like on the video even, and subscribe to the channel if you like the content, and we'll keep you updated with what's coming out in the future days. All right, so on the 60-minute chart for the DAX, we've got a fork drawn out here through these three major pivots. We've now confirmed this is the new lower high, and it's confirmed as the new major lower high because it took out this previous lower low. At the moment, just sort of roughly breaking down, we're trying to see whether or not we can anticipate where these swings are going to end out. There are three things we could be using to do this. We've got the swing rhythm, which is the length of the previous swing. It looks like it's of a similar rhythm to the previous one here. We've got potential balance points based on this shaded area that may well be a zigzag. I've been looking at that and trying to anticipate whether or not we can forecast the extension of that particular move. Now, if we just zoom in on this particular area, we'll show it in a bit more detail. Here we go. This regression channel is of interest to me, and I've just pulled it from this low, or should I say the top of this gap here from the end of August to this peak here at the end of the month, and then expanded it through, and you'll notice how the center line of this regression channel is actually quite a nice, if you like, multi-pivot line. And the regression channel is one standard deviation either side of that line of best fit. And I like how price reacted to these lines as it's been moving around, even the gaps, these little sort of peaks and troughs, and we've tagged both sides of the channel. So the question now is whether or not we're able to break through that to the downside. Okay, I've marked out a couple of levels that could be interesting to spot. Let's just move over here. And there we go. A couple of interesting levels that are interesting for potential shorts would be these, which are 12.057, which is the top of this gap from this morning, or the base of the ignition, top of the ignition point, should I say. We've got this previous peak from yesterday afternoon, around about 85, 84. And this 132 area is interesting because, if you like, as we were heading lower with this series of lower lows and lower highs, we had this turnaround here where we had this kind of mini rally followed by a period of consolidation, a higher low, or what was looking to be a higher low. And at that point there, you were expecting for price to go and take out this high to confirm that as a new higher low, but it didn't do it. It failed taking it out. So this was an area where it was slapped back down. So I wonder whether that might be of interest for a revisit. And I think that that is also where the point of control is from yesterday's session. So around about 132. Just going to quickly check that. All right, give or take 10 points. Point of control is actually here at 122. But I've got a breakout level at 133. So if we break above that, it could be very, very interesting. Bringing up the numbers. The pivot is at 1288. Point of control is at 122. VWAP at 106. All interesting spots to mark out on the chart. A break above 133 or below 963 could be interesting. All right. We're coming up towards the first hour of trading. So I'm going to have a look and see how we respond to that. I should be finished by then. And last things to here, we'll just go quickly through the strategy. So BBRSI looked interesting from, there were nothing on this particular chart, but the most recent one was this sell back here on Tuesday afternoon. Again, looks very, very nice. And before that, those three back up here. All right, this template is available on the forum for members. If you've got Sierra charts, you can download that chart book and you'll have access to this strategy. The envelope strategy, the most recent one, were these two sell signals from yesterday. And we're now currently sat on some buy signals from there. Do with that what you will. Yesterday for me was a pretty horrible start to the day. I walked away at about 25 past 9. I had 3 consecutive losers, and that's just a rule I have in my trading plan. Kind of pleased I did, because the next 2 trades would have also been losers, and I lost another 30 points. So that was a 41 loss, and it could have been even more. Could have been near 62 or so. And there was a period here where I could have recovered some of those points, but it's a case of, would I have actually had the tenacity to continue at that point after 5 consecutive losers? That's always the question, isn't it? But I didn't get there because I walked away, and it's something you should always do yourself. Keep that discipline. Market is still here and will be there for the next few days. So, if you walk away, it's always going to be there when you come back. All right. Exposed points of control. We've got 12,207, 12,123 to the downside. And the areas that I'm looking for now, I think I can probably just ignore these ones. The area that I'm looking for now will be to see how we respond at those zones that are marked out on this particular chart here. So if we assume that we've got a balance point forming in the middle of that shaded area, then that's a zone that we're going to be marking out somewhere in the 920, 950 area. See how we get a reaction to that. All right, guys, as far as the news is concerned, I mean, really, it's very, very similar to before. It's the international trade conflict and the currency crisis and some of the emerging markets. They remain the dominant themes. The 12,000 mark is pretty clearly a point of interest for traders, and a 50-point buffer underneath that 12,000 psych level could definitely provide us with a bit of a turn. And we've got a change happening on the DAX as well, because Commerzbank has been kicked out and it's going to be replaced by Wirecard. So it's worth keeping up to date with those. Do you remember when I sent out maybe a month or so back a signal on Wirecard? And I'm pleased to see that they're doing so well. So we'll keep an eye on that. But yeah, the bias is clearly bearish after taking out that 12,100 level. So we'll wait to get a conclusion to that. Have a great trading day. If you want to get hold of me, you can on Telegram or Twitter or Facebook. But otherwise, we'll be back again tomorrow, 7 o'clock for another one, and we will see you there. Take care, guys.